Go for it.
We're live.
We're live and kicking. How you doing, Sam? How you feeling? What's up?
Yeah, good, thanks. Yeah, doing really well. Yeah, feeling really good.
I would be remiss if I didn't ask about you and seemingly a lot of the team going to Taylor Swift this week. Was that a big morale boost around the camp?
Rumor. No, you're joking, aren't you? I'm not sure there's a club in the NWSL that can afford to take 20 people to a Taylor Swift concert. Yeah. No, just we managed to Sarah actually managed to get out of some tickets, a lot of them, in some very nice seats. So yeah, we basically opened it up to players that wanted to go. I had to go, obviously, just to make sure that they were supported and weren't left there by themselves.
Very impressive for an assistant coach to be able to pull that kind of weight.
Yeah, I think we had 29 tickets. Yeah, 29. Yeah, it's very good. Loved it. Off the record.
Back on the pitch, what's the preparation been like this week? Obviously, no 3-game week again. You got a bit more time on the training pitch and kind of maybe strategizing a bit differently to last week, where there was a lot of travel and match.
Yeah, I mean, we had one extra training session. So yesterday really was the session that we had. We spent a lot of time talking about ourselves. To be honest with you, I mean, that's one of the things that I dislike about the quick turnarounds. Isn't the fact that it's a quick turnaround and there's travel involved, but it's that you don't get an opportunity to work things on the field. So, the meetings are longer. You have a lot more meetings, especially when you're on the road. So, yeah, that's the challenging part. You don't get a chance to be on the field and be working with players. Obviously, we've got players of different levels of hierarchy. You've got young players and, you just don't get an opportunity to work with those guys as well as tightening some things up that you've seen in the last 2 or 3 games. So, yeah, nice to be on the field, but really only one extra day with the recovery that was needed afterwards.
On this weekend's opposition, they're a team that really, really like to have the ball. They're passing the ball a lot here. What kind of challenges and/or opportunities does that present when you're playing a possession team?
Well, I think when you play a possession team and a team that likes to press, you have to be comfortable, Theo, with moments of not having the ball. So you've got to be comfortable in your shape. You've got to be comfortable that the opponent's got the ball, and if the ball's in front of you, then that's fine. On the flip side of that, they're the team that's turned the ball over the 5th most in the league, and they're from 40 yards and out, and they're number 1 in the league for goals scored, having turned the ball over in their build-up phase. So we're going to try and take advantage of that, as we would any team, irrespective of that. And we've positioned ourselves and we've created a structure where we think we can hurt them and add to the difficulties they've got at the moment. But they are a very, very impressive team. They can cause you a lot of problems. I think the score lines haven't reflected their content and their quality in games and the quality of the player they have. And it'll only be a matter of time before they turn the corner. We just can't allow that to be tomorrow.
It's still pretty early in the season, pretty early in your tenure in Houston. We've seen a lot of different looks, a lot of different formations. It feels like obviously you've been on the road a lot, so maybe that's played into kind of make this team very adaptable, very fluid. How far away from you and knowing what your best team is and what your best shape is, or as a coach, is that just not something you're necessarily looking to kind of boil down to?
Yeah, I think we're about 60% of where we can potentially be, and we're not going to get there, Theo, by playing games. We're going to get there by spending time on the field. So on the training field, it won't be until the week of the 15th of May that we actually get 4 sessions in a week. So we can actually start working on team development stuff. At the moment, it's performance development. It's being in positions and doing what we need to do in training, albeit 1 session to win the game. So yeah, we are in the middle of the grind. Everybody's aware of that. I'm aware of that, and we are doing what we can to get through games and get maximum number of points, while at the same time, trying to develop individual relationships and partnerships. Yeah. So look, when we get to, I'm looking forward to that time in May without wishing away the time with the games we've got, because the games can be a great teacher for us as well.
I'll let Joe or Dustin jump in if they want, but last question for me is just on availability. How's Emily getting on with that concussion? I know Ryan's been dealing with a hip. Yeah, what's the kind of health like in the group?
Yeah, we're getting there. I think Emily's been cleared. She's back in full training, so yeah, she'll be in the picture for sure. Ryan, it's probably a game day decision tomorrow if she's going to be in the squad. She got through a fitness test today, but we've got to see how she reacts on that. So Yeah, if she gets out of if she comes through tomorrow and she feels all right, then and the same with Joelle, they'll be in the squad.
Oh, I have actually thought of one more, which is that the transfer window closes today. Maybe this is a question for but are we expecting any movement in or out in Houston?
I don't believe so. Yeah, I don't think that's. Yeah, we've had such little time. Yeah, it's not really on the radar, to be honest with you. But we'll, yeah, you never know, right? You never know. It might be last minute, something pops up. If there's an opportunity comes up for us or for a player, then yeah, we would be interested. But we've got a pretty settled group right now, and there's not going to be a lot of movement in the league. I don't think, Phil. There's ourselves included a lot. The exception of Portland and Seattle, I think everybody's pretty thin. I don't expect to see a lot of movement in the transfer window.
Thanks so much for your time and honesty, Sam. Good to see you.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Take care.